I'm Robert Lowrey, and I'm here interviewing Tim Burns, one of the artists at the International Cafe, where we're having an art show tonight. And that's a show that's going to be hung until, I suppose, the beginning of next month.
Correct.
And we first come in the door, the first artist that we see hanging on the wall is the work of Tim Burns here, who does what kind?
I do encaustics, which is beeswax. It's an ancient process used to preserve, started as paintings. I'm using it to cover my photographs. So basically I take photographs, mount them, and then heat up the beeswax and pour it on, and then it just does its own thing.
Really? So then can you use your paintings for candles afterwards? You can use the leftovers.
For the birthday cake,
yes,
yeah.
Bleached organic beeswax. It can't be paraffin. Yeah. So then you don't have to put glass over your photograph?
It's delicate, but not, totally impervious. Yeah. But there's like temporary murals from ancient Greek times that are covered with wax that are still around, and that's why they're preserved.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see how it goes. So they're archival prints, so we'll see how long they last.
So it's like amber, almost.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's frozen.
So it doesn't discolor it.
Right. And it smells good. It smells like honey.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is it dangerous to work with?
You do have to watch the heat. It could ignite if it gets too hot.
Huh?
Yeah.
Are you working over there? No, just kidding.
Oh, at Walgreens. Yes.
And here, for the record, is Sister Dana.
Known
Dennis
as Mama.
Mc Millan. Mama.
Hello.
Hello.
They're asking artist questions. Can you ask any?
Asking brilliant questions.
Yes.
Of the artist. His
He's
work
going
is
to be reviewing you too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
More reviews.
Reviewer, right. Yeah, art reviews. So be nice. No.
That's right.
I'll get you.
We have a room out back to make them all smile. No.
Need something to eat?
So the photographs I'm showing tonight is a series that I've been working on for a couple of years. Water, reflections on water, fog, light. Pretty simple, but it's very dramatic. It's always changing. And it's just one split second of time, and then it's different again. Those are what I'm trying to capture.
Okay. It's almost like it's fluid.
It is very fluid.
They look beautiful.
Yeah, you're drowning us out, girl. Go
Oh,
away.
there goes the music. There's always one in the
We can
crowd.
sing.
We can pick it up.
I
So how long
won't
have you
be
been?
showing here anymore after that statement. Yes.
Have you always been doing artwork, or?
Yeah. Basically, I have sort of more of a three-dimensional background, sculpture, sort of photography the last 10 years. Digital sort of changed all.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you're from where?
Originally from Detroit.
Detroit.
Been out here. I actually came out here to go to school, finish my education, and ended up staying.
Oh, wow, cool. All right, great. So you like it here, huh?
It's pretty nice.
Inspired by the arts here, huh?
Yeah, the arts and the location.
Yeah, well, the freedom
the
they have
beauty of the
is-
nation. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody comes here to be free. And okay.
I know, but that's Hello, I'm Sister Dana Van Equity. I write for the San Francisco Bay Times, and among other things, I'm an art reviewer.
And
So-
you write for who?
San Francisco Bay Times.
Bay Times, okay.
It's an LGBT newspaper.
And you're interviewing
Moi, Robert Lowrey,
Robert.
one of the artists.
It's all just a second ago, yeah.
Yes, here at the International Cafe.
Okay. So,
Well, my first question is, your medium is completely different than I've ever seen before. It's the back of old Chinese calendars, is that right?
Not old, they're current.
Current? Oh, okay.
Well, some of them are. Some of them are old, yes. But mostly, yeah, they're current. Somebody had a stash of them from Richmond Wholesale. And so he gave them to me because I do art with kids and I use a lot of recycled material in my classes. So he thought I might be able to use it. But there weren't enough of them. I mean, there were only like 25 and just one class is 30.
See, I thought there was a seedy part to this story that you stole them from Chinese restaurants in the dark of night.
No, it's during dim sum. Yes.
So how did you come about this concept? Nobody's done this, have they? This is
I don't know.
something new.
I paint anything I
We
can
can't
find.
call it calendar art because that's not really what it is.
No.
Because the calendar is the canvas, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, one of the ways I got it was because of I have too many paintings in my house, so I did a bunch on masonite. So masonite's the same on the back as it is the front, unlike a canvas. So I just started flipping them over and doing a different painting. And then I can change the whole decor just by flipping over the paintings in the house before someone comes up, or while they're in the bathroom.
That's handy.
Yes.
Oh, yay.
Yes, they come out of the bathroom and it's all different. And, do you want another joke?
well, if you do them on current calendars, couldn't they use them for the year and then turn it around and have the art later?
Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah, you could always turn the painting around, because you get sick of the same painting, so you just turn it around and have another one.
Awesome. So is this crayon or watercolor? What is the medium you're using there?
Kind of both, but neither. Instead of crayon, it's more Sharpies. So for the black and white ones, I use Sharpie, and the other one instead of watercolor, it's acrylic. But then I thin it mostly, so it is more like watercolor than acrylics. You know how you can take acrylics and thin them way down,
Right.
and then I use them like that way because I like the layering effects you can get with it. The unfortunate part is that I haven't had enough practice with the medium to know when too much water, and then it causes them to curl. So I'm trying to. That's a technical problem I'm wrestling with right now. Yeah.
So maybe you need to somehow frame it.
Yeah. I could do that. Just get that double tape and just put it on the background.
Yeah.
But
You don't want it curling up on you.
no, because as you see on the wall, then it kind of. Okay.
Try to anchor them, yeah.
Now, two of them that really impressed me, that it had a film noir feel to it. Your two gangsters.
Oh yes. How dare you refer to Betty Davis as a gangster?
Well, she looks gangster-like. Gangster Mall, maybe?
Well, she is shooting somebody. She's emptying the gun into his body, actually.
Okay then.
It's from the letter. So I think it's a Somerset Maugham novel that they made a movie out of. And it is very, I did them in a noir kind of atmosphere. I used a lot of Payne's Gray and blacks and just muted it with some whites to get that feeling. Because the other one's Joshua Hammett.
Okay. I've never seen him in person, so I don't know what he looks like, but
Well, he looks like a
Cool.
gangster, apparently.
well, and what I love about it is it seems like it could be in Chinatown, and then the back of your calendar is Chinese. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
That sounds good. I like it.
So, what is your inspiration then?
I just save pictures a lot so that when I get something, like those, I can go to my, well, it's not really a file because everything's everywhere. So I just start pulling things from different places, and they suit that particular medium. So, like the redwoods, when that didn't, I thought, well, wouldn't it be a good idea to do a diptych? Because if you blow this up, the proportions are almost the same as two of the calendars. So that's why I did the diptychs, because I like painting trees, especially redwoods. You can get so much, because of their bark, you can get so much depth in them and so much 3D look going on.
Yeah, you do have that feeling when you look at that. And then, now what is the piano key one about? That fascinates me.
Oh, I like that one the best because all the other ones are, they're all copies. So they're all from photographs, except for that one. That one's, I have a friend, Michael Parsons, who actually used to play here sometimes, and now he plays at the Revolution Cafe in the Mission. And so I like his work, and he said he was cutting a CD. So I was like getting together. So I made him a tie like this. This is canvas.
I just noticed that's not a real tie.
No, it's canvas. You can actually hit people with it.
Nice.
That's good.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
So I made him one of, a piano keyboard.
Right.
And then I figured that would be good for his trio, because his trio has brio. And the other thing is a picture of the Thelonious Monk, because it said on his website he likes him. And so that's what inspired me to do that.
But that keyboard is your free hand doing, right?
Oh, you know what?
It's not something you just copy.
Oh, no, that's my free. But you know why? Because I was doing some Escher, reading some, because one of them is one from the Escher, MC Escher. And so while I was researching that, I saw his Moebius strip.
Yes.
And I occasionally do door duty at a bar in the Castro called the Moby Dick.
Oh, yes.
So I did a bad pun on the t-shirt calling it the Mobius strip tees.
Nice. Very clever.
And so I did one of those with a Mobius strip. And so the keyboard I was in the Mobius strip mode, so that's how that came about, and just
Very nice.
fit in the shoulder of the bass with it, because I saw it. So yeah, thanks. Thanks. That means a lot, because yes, that's the only one I designed myself. All the other ones.
So, do you have a philosophy in life that is reflected in your work, or just plain, do you have a philosophy?
Well, I don't know if I have a philosophy, but what I try to do, at least in my artwork, is to, like I did with this tie, is to just take a strip of, I just had a strip of canvas, and I was going to sew it, and I found out that gesso, look how good gesso does. It just, yeah, it just sticks
Very
it right
nice.
together. You can design whatever you want.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's like glue. So I found that out about a year or two ago. And so that's what I like to do. This is my, it makes me happy. I don't know why. So that's why I do paper mache and make statues. I take my mail and I mash it all up and make paper mache.
Oh, you have all kinds of medium, don't you? That's
Great.
wow.
Sculptures and
Very impressive.
it's fun. So I guess it's not really a philosophy, but it's just something that drives me to, because we waste so much. We're so callous, and we just don't care. We just throw things away as if it's garbage. And so much of what we're throwing away isn't garbage. It's a resource, and it's flowing through our fingers, and we're screaming poverty and give me more, and yet we're surrounded by riches. And so I want to try and get some of that stream as it goes by me. And here I have a man that the federal government pays to come to my door and bring me paper. And everybody throws it away. Oh, get that to recycle. And
Hopefully that will continue if the Republicans don't vote it out.
Yes, I have I've been reading Upton Sinclair's World's End series, and he has a little blurb about us being socialists, and that only the Republicans knew it, because the Democrats called it the New Deal and the Fair Deal, and now the Republicans are intent on giving us the raw deal.
Exactly. Really.
Not to get political.
So your philosophy is recycle. Life can be recycled.
Yes, but not like Recology recycles. I mean recycle yourself. Repurpose it. Don't take it and put all this more and more energy into transporting all over there. Put more and more energy into transporting it all over. That's all energy. It's all wasted. If you can keep it local and take what's in your environment and make something useful out of it, that's much more important than recycling, because all recycling, even paper, even what I do, means there's an input of energy. And are you using that input of energy wisely? And what the world is telling us is, no, we are not. And I just saw a car today, a huge Dodge van driving by, and on the back of it, it says, proud to create global warming. So now it's just a joke. Now it's just, who cares? We'll just destroy everything. We don't care. And it's just right. So yes, it's my rebellion against that. I want to.
That's just excellent. That's a wonderful.
Will you clean your room, David? You just cleaned your fucking room. That's it.
Well, that'll take me a week.
Now we cut to the chase.
So.
My name is Lopes, and I'm happy to be represented at the Cafe International, and I've got a series of 7 monoprint and collage mixed media pieces that are all new, and I'm very happy about them, and it's nice to be able to show them all in one place.
Can you explain to me what exactly that medium is? Because I'm a little confused. You're combining collage and
monoprints. So basically I paint on glass and transfer the image onto paper. And I do that in a series, then I go back and I add elements to it. It's usually collage to kind of give it the bones to the piece. And then I take the ideas that develop as I do the series of pieces and try to repeat those ideas as closely as possible in the printing process, because it is very crude. I don't have a press, I just do it all manually. And in the end, basically I have all the work laid out in front of me, and I just go back and try to keep a certain continuity to everything and hope for the best, basically.
it sounds very intricate.
It is intricate, but I try to be as free as possible as far as following through with what I'm doing. So I don't stop and intentionally try to complete one piece. I try keeping all of the pieces in my mind, or as fresh as possible. And that's fun for me because it allows me to see a lot of changes that I probably couldn't see if I was working just on one piece.
So, are we calling this modern art, or what genre?
Well,
It's not realism, certainly.
no, it's not realism, but I think it's just basically kind of abstract presentation, and I think that the uniformity in the collage elements kind of hold it together, because I have certain things that I repeat in every one of the pieces, as far as cutting out one shape and putting it in every piece, that kind of thing.
That would be your theme.
Yeah. Kind of like music, kind of an improvised kind of presentation, because I try to stick to the structure and color pattern and palette. Yeah.
Do you have an idea before you sit down to work, or does it just all kind of fall together?
I collect stuff, and so the ideas come from what I collect, and then I follow it through. I don't have like a preconceived sketch or cartoon to complete, like a portrait or a landscape. I just follow through with what elements that I find interesting in collage and developing found objects, found things. So I guess it's very intuitive.
Yes. Do you come up with a title beforehand or after the work is completed?
After. It's just so funny because I like crossword puzzles, and I just went through, one of Will Short's big crossword puzzle books and just started cracking up at some of the questions they ask you in the crossword puzzle and tried to develop titles from those.
So your works are puzzle.
Kind of like, yeah. It's different type of collage making for me. I mean, I used to just do cutting and pasting. But now I feel like color is really important, and sometimes that process of collage making becomes kind of stale after a while. And I just want to break into something new, do something different.
I've asked this many a time, so I'll ask you also. Do you have a philosophy in life that maybe transfers to your painting?
I can't say I really do. I mean, it's just trying to make the piece work, trying to survive with what I have.
But why do you do it? What drives you?
I just enjoy it. It's good relaxation. It keeps me going.
Okay, so
I mean, I've always been kind of a collage kind of person.
so this is
Studied
branching out.
Yeah, studied traditional art, and this is non-traditional. I do volunteer work with Creativity Explored, and that has really sort of opened up my sense of what elements can come into play in doing art.
Is that the disabled group?
Yes.
Oh, that's a wonderful group.
It's a great group, and you see people who are just completely floating free. Completely floating free and not distracted.
So what do you want your art viewers to come away with?
Enjoyment of the work. Color, scenario.
There's no deep-seated
Not really. I mean, I think I would be selling myself short if I tried to make a big encapsulated version of what it is, because it's pretty modern. Let's say it's just modern.
Okay. Maybe whimsy?
Yeah, a certain amount of whimsy.
Joy?
Yeah. All those things. I mean, I don't think that they are broody pieces. I think the colors are bright and lively and soft at the same time. So, I'm not trying to beat off the demons or something like that,
Well, that's good to know. I'm not one for demonic art myself.
Yeah. So, what did you like about it?
That's great. The freewheeling feeling. That you couldn't pin anything down. You looked at it and you enjoyed it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're looking for sort of a thematic approach, I mean, I really like free music, and all of the music that came out of modern jazz, and the visual ideas behind it, from Stuart Davis to Rauschenberg,
Right. Yes.
Merce Cunningham, all that stuff. That's very free type stuff, and I really like that. And I just want to keep doing it, hoping that I can catch that.
Free your mind, as it were.
Yeah, just catch it and keep it going. So that's why I like the series.
It's great. Do you have any further comments you want to make?
No, that's great.
All right. Well, keep on arting.
Yeah, nice talking to you.
All right.
Okay.
the artist of the what exhibit? Do you have a name for it?
I don't really.
This is.
Oh, it's well,
It's coming to him.
the Empire of the Great Moguls.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one of my titles. That's a series.
Right now, you're going to have to explain that title because I did not come away with that feeling. Well, first of all, okay, what is your medium? What are you working in?
Well, for this show, I was using oil bars, a lot of mixed mediums like collage work, ink. I usually will work on, I'll do a canvas. I'll coat the canvas first in oil bars, then I'll take like other drawings that I've worked on that I'm not necessarily happy with. And then I'll chop them up and try to reconfigure them.
So now this is a theme tonight about recycled art.
Yes.
Is that what's going on
We're
then?
kind of a team. Me and Steven and Stan, we're a team, and we kind of like help inspire each other.
I see.
Yeah, we help
All right.
move each other. We work together a lot, so we're like always talking about art, trying to get bouncy ideas off of one another. I like if some of those pieces that you're looking at were actually other things, and then I decided, well, I'm not really happy with this, so I'm gonna chop everything up, and I'm gonna make it into something else completely, and then I'm much more pleased in the end. Yeah.
So when you get tired of that, you chop it up again and do it over? No.
Sometimes I do. Yeah, sometimes I do. Impermanence.
So what is your model, or what are you looking at to create this?
People I know, I'll draw them, and
So first you draw.
first I'll draw. Start with a color palette. For the most part, it's usually black and white to begin with, and then I apply color. I just kind of like it's a process. It takes me a while to like figure it out. This took me at least. When we started talking about doing this art show, I started like trying to map out what I was gonna do. I'm inspired by writers, musicians, a lot of noise artists. I work with noise artists. I also make music as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that kind of helps. I usually go back and forth between the two.
Now I notice orange and blue seem to be your main primal colors, right?
I love those colors. Yeah, I was gonna try to like work with something else, but I think they kind of stood out the best. And this was a first for me to do in these colors. I'd never worked in oil bars before this, so it's kind of like motivated me to want to do more.
I see.
Yeah.
Now explain the title again. The exhibition is called what now?
The Empire of the Great Moguls. I was just reading a lot of books. I was reading. I have a friend in Sweden who I'm doing art for his blog. His name's Babcock. He's a Swedish publisher, and he's been sending me a lot of material on like his writings. He did a thing on Francis Bacon. He dedicated a bunch of work to him. He used to know him in London.
So we're talking Elizabethan era now.
Yes.
Okay, when you said empire, I thought of Empire Strikes Back. But no, we're going way back, way back.
Going to back to the Roman Empire.
Oh, that empire. Okay.
Yeah, so he kind of helped me. He really inspired me, this body of work that I was working on. So yeah, so I've been doing some drawings for him, and in the process, these paintings all came out.
And you say you also do music. In what form?
I do a lot of sampling. I play guitar. I usually take it and I'll chop it up using I don't know, software, recording software. Make it
Once again, recycling, right?
recycling. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. I like that. Great. How long have you been doing this?
I've been drawing since I was really little. My parents, they put me in art school when I grew up in Portland. We grew up in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, I went to a school by the Portland Art Museum. I didn't really go and get a lot of training though. I didn't really go to art school. I've been doing this since I was really young. So it's just kind of something I stuck with.
Great.
Yeah.
So what do you want the people to come away with? Feeling what emotion when they see your pieces?
I think for this stuff, it's mainly the colors. I like the colors, like richness. Maybe a little creeped out, slightly.
Just a tad.
Some illumination. Trying to take somebody and transport them to somewhere else, neither worldly.
I liked the creeped out. You want to elaborate on that? Because there are kind of Halloween.
Yes.
The orange, the blue.
I was kind of keeping in mind, and it is Halloween. Around this time of year, I've done some shows over in the East Bay at Smokey's Tangle Gallery. It's the guy who runs it. His name's Brian. It's pretty cool guy. The imagery kind of started there at the Halloween show, and that little character, he's a reoccurring character that I like to use a lot.
Is he evil or good or combination?
He's like a little creature that, he gives me advice, he kind of helps me.
So he's not evil.
He's not evil. Well, he is kind of evil. He doesn't like people. He comes from a dysfunctional family, and he's mad.
I hate that when demons are dysfunctional. I like a functional demon myself.
Yeah, he's just kind of, he's like have you seen Guillermo del Toro's latest film, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark?
No.
It's really good. There's these little creatures, and I was like, wow, they kind of remind me of that.
Oh.
Like benevolent little, just, I don't know.
Well, like a gnome, right? Because gnomes are kind of iffy. They're good, but they can get into some mischief.
Yeah, mischievous, definitely, yeah. But sweet. I try to make him dark, but really cute at the same time.
Well, good luck with that. That's cool. That's great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right.
Thanks, you guys. How'd I do?
And your art pieces, would you have a name for your art pieces?
No, I do collage work and I do assemblages. So, and usually in the beginning it was about, you know, where I came from, which is Oakland, and my parents lived in an old Victorian house in East Oakland. So usually it's about that in the beginning. It was, you know.
So he's gonna interview you.
So I'm getting a theme tonight, and it seems to be recycled art. Could that describe you as well?
Right. Recycle art and my little stories I have on there. So, yeah.
So now, usually I stand in front of the art and can ask you questions about each. So maybe I'll just go down the line and you tell me the title and what you were going for there. I mean, there's so much going on. There's the rubber band, and there's the little tiny writing, little script all over.
I mean, usually it's about like finding stuff on the sidewalk, even
found art.
Yeah, found art. Even the stuff that even the homeless guys don't even pick up. You know. So I find that, and I work from that. So that and. I tell little stories about it, and I just make it work. I don't know. I don't.
Is there a particular theme that you're going for?
And it's usually about my family, or little stories that happens with my family, or friends, or people that I work with, and they're very forgettable stories. So you hear about it, it's like, oh, this is what happened to me today, and then it's gone.
Forgettable for you or for our audience?
For the audience and for me, yeah. So,
forgettable?
Yes, forgettable stories, yeah. So,
okay, I'm
but
curious.
but usually they're something that's really, that happens that is, is unusual for, you know, for the week or for the month or something like that. Something that's unusual.
It stands out for you.
It stands out, but yeah, but then, you know, 2 weeks later it's probably forgettable. You know. But
okay, take me through your art and talk a little bit about each piece. Because I'm not standing in front of it.
Oh. There's one with the keys, and you know who Jack is.
Keys.
So Jack's Lost Keys is one of the titles of it, and I asked Jack for all the keys that he had, and he went home and got a bunch of his keys. Then I asked my sisters and my parents for keys, and they gave me all the keys that they had, and I just
now
put
explain
them
to the audience who Jack is.
Jack is an artist that had the previous show here, and he's the one that turned me on to this sort of gallery here. So I don't know where he is now. He actually is one of the musicians who used to play here too.
Oh, really?
So yeah. So
you mean the Judge band?
Yes, that's right.
Right, I filmed him last night. Right. Yeah, he played the spoons.
Yeah.
He plays the spoons. Right, exactly. I remember.
So that's one of the things that I have.
Now, one of the pieces reminded me of an abacus and a tambourine combined. What was that?
Is that the
bottle
one?
Caps?
Oh, the bottle caps. Yeah, I like to work with bottle caps. You know, I find bottle caps on the ground there, and I just put them together. I don't know.
So I'm wrong. It's neither.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of bottle caps.
That's a bunch of bottle caps.
bottle cap.
Really? Okay. Well, that was my interpretation.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm totally off.
Yeah. and those little wheels that I have.
Right.
I used to live in Oakland, and I was at the flea, and I lived by the flea market, and I guess there was a truck that went by and dropped all those wheels. There was a ton of those wheels there. I made a sculpture with them, let's say 10 years ago, and then I saved the ones that I didn't use, and then later on, you know, like last month or so, I made a sculpture out of it.
Does it have a meaning or a title or
No.
just a lot of wheels?
Just like a lot of wheels.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, it's all like, you know, it's just all kind of like a shape thing, you know, visual thing.
But you're also writing on glass, these little tiny
little stories. Yeah. So I like the little stories that I write.
Are we supposed to read them? Or,
you can read
or
them,
just pick up some words?
Originally, I used to just put like little scratches on them, just like a Twombly, you know, side Twombly type of thing. I said, well, I'll do some little scratches on them. But then I said, well, I might as well write a story instead, you know. And so, and hopefully the writing is so abstract that you can barely read it. That's what I wanted.
So we're not supposed to read it?
Yeah, you can read it.
Because I tried and it's difficult.
Yeah. So yeah, it's all it is to abstract out the stuff that's behind there a little bit, so that it breaks it up a little bit.
Now the rubber band art, what was that?
So I had an idea about rubber bands because, you know, where I work there's like tons of rubber bands, and so I wanted to use it so that it's something that you throw away, that nobody uses it after their function, and so I stretched it on nails, but after I did that, I said, oh, maybe instead I should have just used it as what it's used for, which is, I mean, what it has this function of being loopy, you know, and just sort of dangling, but I didn't do that. I just had the idea of stretching it on something instead, or making little grids out of it and stuff. But,
pushing the envelope of rubber bands.
yeah, that's right.
Right, okay. Let's see what I have.
What else did I have? The pencils.
Yes.
The pencil ones are cool.
A lot of pencils.
The pencil idea was that all these pencils that I find that people have sharpened, they're really tiny and stuff like that. And I wanted it to use the pencils, and I wanted to use the color. So usually they're yellow pencils, but all the yellow pencils are different color. I mean, they're different color of yellow. So I wanted it to make it so that it's a line of different yellow color. That's it.
Pencil art, as it were. So, okay, I ask all the artists the same thing.
Okay.
Do you have a philosophy in life, and is that reflected in your in your works?
Yeah, all my art has to do with part of my life. So, you know, even if I find the wheels and stuff like that, the wheels, I remember where I got those wheels at. It was under the freeway. A truck must have came by and they dropped it, and I picked them all up, and I was like, oh my God, I go to the flea market all the time, try and find stuff, and all of a sudden it just flops, just right there. A ton of wheels that I really wanted.
So your philosophy is what?
My philosophy is, I don't know, what is my philosophy?
Find joy in whatever?
Yeah, find joys, and usually stuff that people don't really see as art, I pick up and make it into art. That's it.
And then you make us see that in you, right? So what do you want the art viewer to get from your pieces?
I think it's just something rural. I mean, something that is urban, that is a place that I was from, which is Oakland. That's the sort of place that is really.
Oakland, really?
I'm from Oakland, so
I don't see Oakland in your art for some reason.
Yeah, originally it was all about Oakland, and now it's. Being that I lived here over 10 years, it's changed to it.
Oh, good.
something
That's a
more.
good thing.
I guess a little bit more sophisticated. Yeah.
Ah, more sophisticated. Okay. I like that.
So is that it?
Do you have any last words?
No, that's it.
Any
That's it.
advice? Any?
No.
No. Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That was splendid. Thank you.
Right, no, there's another.
What he said, I'm not sure.
Now,